Got a new playlist. Not sure how much I'm a fan of it, but how's everyone doing? Sorry about the technical difficulties. I realized I was on YouTube rather than YouTube Music, and for some reason YouTube just drives my CPU through the roof. I heard it's a Brave browser thing, so I'm not the only one that's experienced this. But nonetheless, we restarted. We're good to go. Looks like Bitcoin's having a little bit of a rebound here. The daily just closed about 7 minutes ago. So we had a little bit of a dip. We're making a small little rebound. So let's see what we can find out. All right, get everything set up here. All right. Yeah, I went to use the restroom, and I literally came back, and Streamlabs had an update, and the entire computer was just locked. Alright, let's see what's going on here. I was just bragging how this thing's been doing great the last 3 days. Alright, let's see what's going on here. It's like the... Alright, well hopefully we don't have issues with this stream. I don't know really what's going on. I had an update through Streamlabs, and every time I have an update with Streamlabs, my computer just gets all jacked up. But they literally force you to accept the new update. It's like the mouse is broken or something. Like, it's just like the whole... this is gonna be irritating. I swear, I think I might be done with Streamlabs. Every time I have an update, it just completely locks my computer to a standstill. And like, they don't give you the option just to not go with it. This happens literally every single time. Not responding. I apologize for this, guys. Computer's been running so great, so I know this is a Streamlabs issue. I'm almost ready just to go back to our old graphics, because or maybe even just be done with Streamlabs altogether. There was a time like about 2 months ago when I started streaming, they literally did an update, and I had to wait for a week for a patch before I could even start streaming again. Because we've been running awesome the last couple days. See, even my CPU, this is 100% a Streamlabs issue. My CPU's not even doing that bad. This looks high, but we've streamed just fine in the 80s and 90s. I mean, I'm almost to the point I'm about to be done with Streamlabs. For some reason, I don't know what's wrong, but I have an update like twice a week. And every time it's like I'm holding my breath because I feel like I'm not going to be able to stream because of it. I mean, literally every update, I don't know what they do, but it messes with my computer so hard. I mean, seriously, come on. I can't end this. Let's try this real quick, guys. Let's give this a try here. I apologize for this, guys. If I had the option to not accept their updates, I would, but let's try this. Let's see how we work now. So many green dots on the Liberator, the 30-minute and the 15-minute. How'd the Chiefs go? We actually won our game. Chiefs did amazing. We whooped on the Jaguars. Yeah, we actually, this Sunday, we have a 3 o'clock game. We actually play the Oakland Raiders. All right, let's see if that did it. Let's see if that did the trick. All right, pour a cup of coffee. Usually I have to try to get this stuff ready, but I've been troubleshooting. All right. Fingers crossed that's all we have to go through. Oh. All right. Took some Dayquil. Now let's get started. Wink, pay fine. All right. So here on Bitcoin, we're going to start out just like we always do. We are going to identify our trading environment. So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of our aggro cap. Let's take a look at market Cipher. All right, we're actually having a nice little run up here, guys. 10,150. So let's pull up market Cipher B. See what we can see if there's anything out of the ordinary. All right, we're actually having a nice little pop now. 10,180. So doesn't this actually kind of look familiar? Doesn't this look like on the daily before we had that nice pop? We're almost to 10,002, guys. 10,200. All right, having a nice little spike right now. So our money flow, wow, 10,250. We're really pumping. There's a huge discrepancy though. Do you see the giant? All right, we're catching up now. $10,000. Wow, $50. We're having some major volatility right now. Yeah. Yep, 10,002. This is what I was waiting for. All right. So what we're going to do is this is the area I was actually looking to short in. So we're going to go through this a little quickly because I don't want to miss this opportunity if we're going to short. So we're going to go to our low time frames. Let's look at our, see, this looks, I can already tell what this is going to be. Well, this is a reason that I think we could maybe have a decent pop. Do you see how red we are right now? Every time frame is extremely in the red. So we're going to get off market Cipher. Let's look at our regular MACD here. So if we go to the 1 hour, Oh, buddy. So this is what I was pointing. This is actually like your traditional, gosh dang it. This is actually our traditional bullish divergence. So you can see how you have your touch point, and this is what I was talking about earlier. And I don't know if you can see it, but we are also about to have a cross. So you can also have bullish divergence that's not actually a part of your waves. So, and if we look here on the price, you can actually see it as well, because we're showing lower levels, and you're also you can see here that we are actually forming, you know, a downward pattern. So this is actually famous bullish divergence here. Let's pull up so you can see here. This is actually the chart I posted. I posted quite a few charts today, but you can see we're forming higher highs, so we're not getting too oversold. Let's go to our, let's see if our 4 hour showing anything. All right, nothing yet. Let's check our closer time frames, the 15-minute. I mean, you technically did have a cross here, but this is nothing to be bullish on, for the simple fact you see there's no waves. You know what I mean? You actually made a bigger wave of bearish momentum. Let's go to our 30-minute, just making sure we're not missing anything. All right, 15-minute, 5-minute. All right, so what I'm going to be watching for here is a lower high in bullish momentum. So what we're going to do, I'm going to kind of skip our normal where we go through it really slow, because I'd really like to capitalize on this. Let's get our trading hats on. Let's check our long and short chart. I want to see if these are just shorts taking profit. All right, so shorts are taking profit here. You can see how we are starting to wick down. This is just on the 5-minute. You can tell we're just starting here. Let's take a look at our 4 hour. All right, our volume's good. All right, yeah, it's not even really, you can't even really tell here yet on the 4 hour. So our shorts were starting to take a small dip. You know, once again, let's take a look at this on the 15-minute. You can see it's literally just now starting. So let's go to our longs. And the longs are rising. All right, so that's good. You can see here in the last 15 minutes, the longs have been rising. So that's definitely a good thing. The thing I want to see though, or you can actually see it on the 1 hour as well.
His name symbolized all that was pure, and I was being held in the embrace of a man who was pure. When there is systemic contradiction.
All right. So longs are rising and the shorts are taking profit. So this is actually not a little bad setup. I don't know if I want to short here yet. We're gonna let this reaction kind of simmer a bit. Let's see how legit it is. I'd like to get maybe, wow, we actually had a really nice candle. We actually went all the way up to $10,260. Very nice. And you can see we barely wicked above it. This was support, and now it's going to be resistance at 10,250. If I'm going to try to short here, 10,002 is my mark, but you can see here we actually went pretty much right to our resistance line. I don't count, since we just wicked above it. We pretty much immediately got rejected, and we literally only went above it by maybe $10. So, and let's get off the 1 hour. You can see the touch points a little bit better here. Check the 4 hour. Alright, okay, I was like, man, these touch points are looking off. It's because when I look at trends, I like to use the 4 hour. So how's everybody doing? Armacito, 1Qubit, Marcel, Dad's Fawn, how you doing? Make sure I'm not missing anybody else. Vishal. Make sure I'm not missing anyone. Hope you all are having a fantastic day. And just to reiterate to you guys, our stream times are changing. So it is 7 a.m. I had my times wrong. I was thinking of Eastern time last night. It's 7 a.m. Central time. So it would be 8 a.m. Eastern time. And 7 p.m. Eastern, or Central time, or 8 p.m. Eastern time.
When there is systemic
The evening is the best time where most people have the free time to watch these streams, and I want everybody to have the option to be able to watch the live stream, and they don't have to watch at extreme times of the day. So, you know, I'm still kind of adjusting. I didn't get a lot of sleep because we were at the hospital the day before, so I was kind of dragging this, you know, earlier this morning, but, you know, I'm kind of looking forward to getting some sleep tonight. But, you know, that is our new schedule. So 8 a.m. Eastern Time, which is 7 a.m. my time, or 8 p.m. Eastern Time, which is, you know, 7 p.m. my time. That's the new schedule every day. Crystal Ball, how you doing? Man, my allergies are just going nuts here. It is just terrible out here. Literally, we went for a ride today because we had to go to the pharmacy and get some medicine for my mom. Oh, the ragweed is everywhere. It's all over the sides of the highway because we live in the country. I mean, pretty much all of Kansas is just towns in the middle of a cornfield. See if we can see anything on Market Cipher here. We're having a little bit of sell-off right here, but not really. We just had a quick shoot-up. The thing, though, about here on Market Cipher, there's really no reason that we even had this. You know what I mean? It's on these little bounces, I seem to be having a little bit more luck here with the regular MACD in some instances. Let's see. Well, before I say that, let's look at our regular MACD, and let's see if we can find a reason we actually even had this run up. Well, this is one reason. This is literally traditional, your bullish divergence. It's actually hidden divergence because you're showing it right here, and then on your price action, you can see we're actually dropping in price. I mean, you can really kind of disregard the second one, but you're showing it right here for sure. So you can see we're dropping in price, but we don't have the momentum that we had on this prior one. So, you know, once again, if you pull up your MACD, this is literally your traditional bullish divergence right in here. So I pointed this out earlier. I came home and I wanted to post some charts because it's not often you see something like this. I mean, this is really classic bullish divergence, and a lot of people I notice on the MACD, they're like, oh, these lines don't mean anything. These lines are very important. They're really easy, or they're not easy, but they help you distinguish when these are actually going to play out. And they also can help you tell when it's a fake out, you know, like look at this right here. You technically showed a lower level of bearish momentum. You wicked up, you basically touched it, and it's like and you started your next wave right here. These lines are very important, so please don't disregard them. They are very important. Okay, let's go to Bybit. Let's check what our RSI is at. So our RSI is at 46. So we're still in a prime zone. The RSI gets pretty bullish once you hit that 55-60 zone. You can really start catching this. And something I also want you guys to take a look at. You actually made a it'd be a higher low on your RSI. That could also be another reason why we actually had this jump. You can see it right in here. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and make this line a different color. I don't know why they would make it purple on purple. It's kind of dumb in my opinion. There you go. At least make it brighter. Is that easier to see, guys? I think it is. So you showed a lower high. Yeah. Or a... No, I guess it would be a higher low, right? No. I'm confusing myself today. But you made a lower high. That's what it is. You made a lower high on your RSI right now on your 1 hour. You're showing your bullish divergence on the MACD. Right through here, you have 3 lower highs. You know, so I didn't want to get too bearish. And something also I want to point to your, or you know, get your attention to. What are we sitting above? We're in this green box. You know, this is what we talked about earlier this morning. If you opened a short up down here, you are in a massive, you're taking a ton of more risk than opening it, you know, somewhere up here like where we were earlier this morning. Hey, Armacida, for sure. Thank you. I appreciate it. Do you think we have some more upside to go? Oh, yeah, we definitely do. The thing is, though, is I want the technicals to switch more bullish. You know, we're showing some hidden bullish divergence. You can see it here on the 1 hour. You're showing it here on the RSI. You can see it here. But we're still really not showing it on the waves yet. I mean, because if you look at this, if we go straight across, I mean, you're neutral at best. So, you really want to at least consolidate here a little bit and then move up. But for right now, you can see this right here. You're falling in price, but you're showing lower levels of bearish momentum. So let's see this play out. You know, I really am kind of more in a short the pump kind of mode right now, at least until we can flip those long. But I don't really see us going much higher than maybe 10.4 at the very most. That's the highest I really see this run up going. How you doing, in it to win it? So we definitely have some room to grow, or to go up, but for now, you know, I know we had a quick little spike. We can get this cross to the upside, and we can start building some positive momentum. That could be a good thing, but the thing we're really going to risk is maybe coming back up and making a lower high. So, and in that case, you would have 4 lower highs. You have 1, 2, 3, and then you would have your 4 right here. But this is a good start, though. I spotted it, you know, about 2 hours ago. It was something to watch out for. The 4 hour is still pretty bearish. You can see here, I mean, we were pretty much just going straight down, or I would say at a 90, 180, maybe 150 degree. I'd have to look at my angles, but you can get what I'm, you know, what I'm talking about. Even though you can see this here, you are showing lower levels of bearish momentum, and if we zoom in here, you can see we've kind of crooked this. If we can get back up to the, you know, point it towards the sky, and we can get these to cross, that would be a very bullish sign. Something like this, that would look very bullish. But this is definitely a good start. Wild Hassan, did Aggro Cap catch the pump? I have no idea. I haven't actually, like I said, I kind of got home, I looked at the regular MACD, and I shared some charts. And I'll have to get rid of Market Cipher here. I would imagine it did, but this 3 hour's been hot though. You can see it here. We flipped short at about 10,009. Make sure we're on. All right, I want to make sure I was on our normal candle, but we flipped short about 10,009. You can see up here. We didn't confirm until about 10,500. But the 3 hours just been insanely spot on. You can even see it right in here. If we look at our at our more short-term indicator, So yeah, it did. So you can see here, you did have a short right in here. And see, the thing is with these indicators on the shorts, you really want to be able to look at the RSI and the MACD, because you want to use this as your confirmation tool, not what dictates every entry in your, you know, nothing's going to tell you when to exit. But you can see here, we popped short. Give me my brush back. We popped short right here at about 10,200. We shorted right into this. We fell all the way from 10.2 to 9,920. And it looks like we actually flipped long right as I was trying to go live. Nope. I guess it did a while ago. But you can see we flipped long here. You gave the signal at 10,050. We confirmed at 10,060. And you can see where the current price point we are now. And so right now, to flip this back short, we would need to break 10,100. This is where, if you can't see it, you know, let's actually make this bigger. There we go. Is that a little bit easier to see, guys? So yeah, you can see it here. We threw a nice, and I also changed the colors here. I made them brighter, not just for Aggro Cat, but our actual candles. That's why it looks like a giant Christmas tree. But you can see here, yep, we called it. Aggro Cap really doesn't miss much. But the key thing is you don't want to just see this signal and short the moment you see it. You really want to use this as your confirmation tool. So like on some of these calls where you can see they go up, and they only really go up by maybe, I mean, I guess this doesn't look like much right here. But you went from 10,315. You actually shot the signal off at 10,280, and we went all the way up to about 10,380. So you went up about $80 on this, even though it doesn't look that big. You went up $100 if you actually went premature in before we actually confirmed. But the 15-minute, I've been doing some back testing on the 15-minute. I'm telling you, it's literally been spot on. The 15-minute has been pretty darn accurate here. I mean, there's been some calls it hasn't been as accurate, but you have to realize the more calls it does, the smarter it gets. So, let's see where the 15-minute called it. So the 15-minute went long at 10,080, and we didn't actually confirm until 10,140. So that's interesting. But the 5-minute for sure called it. You can see it here. And for us to flip this back to a short, you know, as we said, it's about 10,110. So 10,110, yeah. Not much slips by it. Let's see what our scalper did. Well, I don't want to get, well, I can guarantee the 1 minute and the 5 minute are our scalper tools. The V1 5 minute and the V2 1 minute. Let's go ahead and take a look at it real quick. And then we need to switch this to the 1 minute. Wow. So our scalper got it too. So you can look at this. The scalper's just on fire today. You popped short at 10,160. You can see here, was this today? Yeah. So you rode, basically, see this chart looks different. Let's see here. Okay, it's because we're on the 1 minute. You can see the scalper today. We went short at about 10,190. You rode it all the way back down. Usually I use the 1 minute and then I wait for 5 minute confirmation. because it is the 1 minute. So if I get a short indicator or a long on the 1 minute, the V2 1 minute, I'll then go to the V1 5 minute and wait for confirmation, and then I jump in. You can see here, this is about an $80 scalp, basically called right before the candle started. And then of course this is our latest one. We confirmed at 10,090. You popped basically right on it, right here. So, but once again guys, that's why I try to teach technical analysis and reading the RSI, reading the MACD, because you want to use this to confirm. You don't want to use this or any indicator, even market Cipher, just to see a red dot, a green dot, and then you just jump in. You really want to use this for confirmation. That's why we go over everything with trading, like your support, your resistances. So let's go back here. So we're going to go back to our V1. Sure we're good. All right. What about the 30 minute? I've really started doing some back testing. The 30 minute's been on fire as well. I'm really starting to like the 15 and the 30 minute here. Like you can see on this one, we went long at 10,230. You didn't confirm until about 10,280. This green, or I'm sorry, this red line. We went all the way up to about 10,550. And then on this one, it looks like we're actually about to flip here. And then on this one, you flipped short at 10,257. You didn't confirm until about 10,207, and we went all the way down to, you know, just like the dip we had today, 9,920. So the 30 minute has just been spot on as well. I'm really liking how the 15 minute and the 30 minute are coming along. So if you have aggro cap, definitely add it, just start peeking at it, because you can go back and check and basically back test all of its calls. These are not lagging indicators, so you can go and see how accurate each call was. And something I've noticed is as the calls are, as it's basically analyzing the market, it's getting smarter with the calls. So, hey, no problem, Wild Hassan. So once again, if you have aggro cap, the V1, the V2, the V3, definitely start checking out the 15 minute, and honestly the 30 minute has just been rocking it. I mean, it's just been doing a really solid job. But you can tell as the calls are getting, like, you can go back through history and you can see the progress of how it's getting smarter. Really fantastic job. I just can't wait to see after time goes by and how much smarter this thing gets, like how accurate it will be. So did we just pop long on this? Let's see here. All right, we're starting to flicker. You saw that live time. So this isn't just some lagging indicator. I've had a lot of people, oh, it just pops up. They don't, you know what I mean? We've watched this thing live many times, so this thing just flickered and went on. This is the 30 minute though, so all right. So we're gonna come back, we'll watch this. Let's check our MACD now. Let's go to our 5 minute. We're building some momentum here. Did this happen today? you can actually see here on the 5-minute, you had a lower level of bearish momentum. And not only that, what else do you see here? You actually had a cross here, and look what happened. Nice pop to the upside. And and you can actually see here, we're building momentum. It's getting taller. Let's see how it is in comparison. All right, so we're still ever so slightly down sloping. Okay. Current price is 10,160. Oh yeah, guys. If you want, I am building a website. I say building, it's pretty much done. But I realized they had a page on GoDaddy where you can add testimonials. If you guys like, I'm adding some testimonials for the Aggro cap. You know, you don't have to, there's no pressure, but if you guys have a testimonial or something you would like to, you know, say upon it, I mean, I can leave your name anonymous or whatever, but it would be awesome to have some testimonials on the website. Jesus, there's a scammer on my YouTube page right now. I'm just removing it. So guys, I just wanted to let you know while you're all here, if somebody messages you on Discord trying to sell you services, or like saying they don't have money or whatever, and they have funds but they need a deposit or something, please let me know. I will leave you anonymous. You know, whatever you report, it'll just stay between me and you. But you know, if I'm busy or something, let someone, you know, let Armacida, let Jubbin know. Because even though you might not fall for it, you would be shocked for what some people will do. And you know, I don't want anybody in our community to get scammed. So if anybody makes you feel uncomfortable, they approach you for services, and they ask you for money, please let me know so we can stomp on it and, you know, get a hold of the situation. Because you are, you know, in the long run, you might not be falling for it, but someone else might. So we have to protect everyone in our community from scammers. All right. We're really going to be watching this 1 hour here. I want to see if we get a cross here, or if we basically touch each other and then move back down. Because if we can invalidate this right here and get rid of our bullish divergence, your classic, and it would be hidden. It would be hidden bullish divergence, because like I said, you're falling down in price, but you're making lower levels. If we can invalidate this right here, I think that's really going to be a good indicator to short. We've already kind of hit my target from a price perspective, but since we're really only about 10 minutes deep into this run up, 10-15 minutes, I'm not trying to really jump into this right now. I do like, though, how we basically, I mean, I guess theoretically we did slightly break above it, but I like that we're respecting it. We got maybe $10 higher than our resistance line, and we rejected it back to the downside. Aggro went missing. Yeah, it's just because I want to have a clean page. I mean, it's still right here. Like I said, especially when I'm trying to, look at stuff with you guys. Wow, 1 second. I want to look at this. Did we bounce right off of it? Man, guys, these lines, I'm telling you, this thing is so accurate. You can see here, it's basically our resistance line, but it will also confirm us. Look at this. Seriously, amazing. We literally bounced right off of it with this wick. Came up, brushed against it, and now we're retracting. Oh, Aggro went missing. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, yeah, he's working. But yeah, he works at nighttime, so here eventually he's going to be able to join me full time when he can quit his job, and we can both do this full time. I've been trying to get him. He has his computer ready, but I'm trying to get dual stream with him, so we can actually stream at the same time on my account. So you can have two people talking to you, and we can bounce off ideas. What was that, Marcel? It would be a shitty if we ended up being in this price region for another couple days. Hey, anything can happen. Because once again, if we go here. Oh yeah, sorry, I need to get off this. We're on the 4 hour. But as we talked here on the morning stream, if we kind of go over here left, this line, I'm telling you, this is the date that back launches. And where does it happen to be? At the end of our pennant, pretty much. Very few times in a pennant do you actually work your way to like the center of it and you break, down, to the upside or down. So I'm telling you, the next 2 weeks are going to be amazing for Bitcoin traders. I really do. Worst case, yeah, maybe it does do what you were talking about. We just sit here and kind of consolidate. And then we move up or down. But it also wouldn't shock me at all. And it would be a scalp trader, feast if we could sit here and bounce between 10,000 and maybe 10,400, 10,005. We could just sit here and just ping pong. But I have to say, though, it is really cool. It's not often do you actually see classic. This is literally as classic as it gets, bullish divergence here on the MACD. There's multiple forms of it, but man, this is nice, and it's hidden. It's hidden bullish divergence. You're showing it here on the MACD, and you can see here, you actually showed a lower level with each dip. So that's awesome. We're going to be watching this 1 hour. I'm telling you, the 1 hour has been calling the shots. The 1 hour has been so accurate the last... honestly, I've been using the 1 hour for, a long time. But it has just been so accurate here lately. So if you don't use it, I recommend learning your MACD. Which I have a full tutorial over it, even though I might make another one, like a part 2, because I didn't talk. We talked about using this as confirmation, but in a way, as we're talking about now, and I realized after I saw this, but it's not common when you see hidden bullish divergence like this. This is not a very common, something you see every day. So the only way I'd be able to profit from trading is to quit my job. Hey, Julian. Well, my goal is to educate you guys to the point where, I'm not going to be like, oh, the key to financial freedom. But I'm telling you, there's nothing better than being able to dictate your own destiny. And that's what trading is like to me. I can dictate how much money I'm gonna make. I can dictate when I wake up. And well, I mean, for you guys, I have to wake up at a certain time now, but you get the point. You know what I mean? I don't have a boss harping at me. There's nothing better than to be your own boss. You can get up when you want. You can trade when you want. If you want to travel, you just have to bring your computer with you. So, you know, my goal is to educate you guys, and maybe, maybe some good things can come out of it. You know, education is important, but, you know, if you can use these tools and you can profit from it and excel as a trader, of course I'm going to help you guys out. My goal is to one day where I'll be able to travel the world, and all I have to do is just bring my computer with me. But I have to say though, I want to go and I've been talking to Cipher on Discord. I want to take a trip to Puerto Rico. I really want some sun and the beach. I'm kind of craving some, I love the ocean. I've never really had good experiences every time I go. But man, just the nice atmosphere, the music, the waves. It's always nice. I don't know. I'm from Kansas, so anything's pretty awesome. The closest I'll get to the ocean's like a river or something. But no, I'm excited. I want to see Puerto Rico. And I don't need a passport to go visit it. Seeing what's up with the music here. Oh, I guess we're starting a new album. Have any of you guys been to Puerto Rico? How can you enjoy yourself if you need to bring a computer? Well, I mean, I'm not going to go swimming or whatever with my computer. But the point is I can travel the world, and you can tell me I can just have a hotel and stream with you guys and do trading. And I don't have to answer to a boss of when I'm coming back to work. Because to be honest with you guys, I don't really, I mean, it is kind of like a job, because I try to provide you guys content, but I really enjoy doing this stuff for you guys, and I hope you enjoy watching. But there's no better feeling than, I don't have a boss to answer to. No one can tell me if I can have time off or if I can't, or having to deal with customers or dealing with coworkers that don't want to be there. And I can dictate my own destiny. I can dictate all my success, all my failures. Because like I said, I've been a full-time trader in crypto since 2017. Even when I traded in the stock market in 2014 to 17, I still worked a full-time job. Hey, Crypto Ghost 1, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the community. If you haven't already, if you want an awesome community, a busy community, there's so many sections. You can post your TA charts. You'll have a supportive community. You can post your profit logs, your charts. If you like following crypto news, there's so many sections for you. Click the description below. We're almost to 200 members now. Honestly, between YouTube and Twitch, we're getting close to 550, almost 600. So thank you guys. But if you want a community that's about supporting you, we post tons of charts. It's just an amazing community. I highly recommend checking out our Discord community. If you're on Twitch, it's on the panels below. And if you're on YouTube, just click the description and look for the Discord link. Yeah, I love the beaches in Florida. The only place I won't visit, or not visit, that I won't touch the water anymore, is Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I've been there twice, and each time I've had a horrific shark experience. That place is infested with sharks, and I will never touch that water. I won't go farther than knee deep. I had a huge shark, like he just like straight up came up and knocked me off my board super hard, and I panicked. It was like a scene off Jaws when it's like you see the shark behind him and he's swimming to the boat before he gets ripped under the water. Every time I've been to Myrtle Beach, I have a horrible shark experience. I'll never touch that water. I know I live in Kansas, but you know, people's first movie was like Freddy vs. Jason or some horror movie. My first scary movie was Deep Blue Sea, and ever since then, I've just been petrified of sharks. I hate sharks. All right, current price, we're at about 10,134. So we're not looking too bad, not bad at all. But no, I'm super excited. Our website should be launched today. Once we get off stream tonight, I'm going to take my melatonin and I'm going to try to launch it online. So I'm hoping everything goes smooth. Like I said, there's probably going to be some changes once it goes live. But I'm kind of excited. I've never built a website before, and I really like how it turned out. Hey, new guy, or Nugan, or Nugayan. I know, I'm so sorry, and I know you've told me how to say it. I actually lived right next to where the house on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, where the actual like house was. When I lived in Texas, we were about 15 minutes from it. TD sequential? What is that, Bloodhound? I've honestly never even heard of it. Is it an indicator? Yeah, I lived in Texas for like 3 years. 2 years. No, about 2 years. And yeah, we lived right next to where the movie was filmed, on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah. Yeah, I drove past it all the time. I'll have to check it out. I've never honestly heard about it. I've heard a couple people talk about it, but the TD sequential? Here, let me write this down. I'll look it up after stream. Yeah, Texas. Like I said, I lived in Texas. I've been to Galveston. That wasn't too bad. Even though the water was really dirty. What's up? It places itself on the chart. Alright, I'll check it out. TD sequential. Alright, yeah, I'll check it out after stream. I don't want to look up too much crazy stuff because my computer's already on, you know, I'm already walking on ice right now. Alright, current price is 10,125. Let's see how we look on the 1 hour. Alright, so we're kind of coming up to the moment of truth. We're either going to converge together, or we're going to do something similar to like this right here. If we have something like this, expect a pretty nice move to the downside. This is what we don't want to see. If you're a bull, you don't want to see. All right, we're kind of already falling in price. You know, I just need to start being a little bit more aggressive here. Bitcoin seems to, they're really not giving you time for confirmation, I've noticed. You can see we basically whipped right off of our resistance. All right, let's go back up. We're gonna give these, I don't want to say we missed it. Let's see, 10,117. I really want to give time for this cross because I don't want to short if we're going to converge on this cross right here. because you can already kind of see it on the 1 hour. It looks like we might be trying to form something like this, which, you know, just like market Cipher, it would be like a trigger wave. So what we're gonna do, let's get rid of Aggro cap. Let's take a look at market Cipher. We're gonna look at market Cipher B, see if we can find anything. We're gonna look on our closer time frames. Let's go to the 15. All right, I didn't even see that. All right, so you can see here, this is where we got our reaction here. The closer time frames nailed it. But you basically had your high. And this is why I try to emphasize, when you show a lower high in bearish momentum, yeah, a lower high. And do you see how your money flow? Do you see how red you are right here? You can have massive moves to the upside when you're this red. All right. Another dip. It doesn't look good for Boone. Yeah, fire short. Yeah, oh yeah, on market Cipher, nothing's really changed from this morning. Honestly, the last few days. I mean, you can see here, the daily is just... bearish is an understatement here on this daily. If we can't... Let's see if I can even find something that's... no, it's because we're on... It's not going to show it because we're on Bybit. There's not enough information. But you can see here, we are now in the red here. And then not only that, but you can see we have a much lower high in bullish momentum. But yeah, the daily is extremely bearish. I don't know if the 1 week will show anything. Yeah, it's because we're on Bybit. Alright. So we're going to be watching this 1 hour like a hawk. I'm not sure when we're going to have this cross. But if we can reject this, this is really going to be, like if I'm going to enter a position long or short, this is what I'm going to be watching for. Right in here. Are we going to have a cross like this? Or I'm sorry, are we going to have a cross, you know, like something similar to this, where we have a nice reaction to the upside? Or are we going to have where we go up, basically touch it, and then we get a nice rejection to the downside? Yeah, like yeah, people are trying to say this is weird because they're not used to Bitcoin just kind of consolidating and slowly going up and down. They're kind of used to it making the giant moves. You know, consolidates for a bit, makes a big move. I really want to say this movement is odd. I would just say it's not. The market is pretty... There's a lot of indecision in the market right now. Because, I mean, how many times can you break that 10,000 psychological barrier and just keep getting saved? You know what I mean? So, the market right now, they're probably, you know, shorts are probably... And not only this, but we are above our major support right now. The bulls keep stepping up. Every time we break into the 9s, the bulls step up, we go back up in price. And then when we go back into the 10,000s, the bears knock it back down. I think there's just a lot of indecision, and that's why there's just a lot of sporadic, inconsistent movement. So, and you have to realize too that Bakkt is coming. There's never been institutional money like Bakkt that's ever hit the market. No one knows what to expect. So I'd say it's strange in the fact that we're kind of in this phase of the in-between. We're about 2 weeks from the launch of Bakkt. So, what's going to happen? There's a lot of guessing. There's a lot of, speculation going on right now. So, Nord is good. So every time I trade, I'd use a VPN. Well, on Bybit, you only need to use a VPN when registering. After that, like right now, I live in Kansas. I'm not using a VPN. Bakkt is the launch. It's like the futures, but that are settled with Bitcoin. Like Bakkt, I know you've heard of it. Everyone's been talking about it. Bakkt is definitely going to have a impact of some kind on Bitcoin, because it's Bitcoin settled. It's not cash settled. And that launch is right here. It's on September 23rd. I have this in white up and down so you can see the date and how close we are. We're getting close to the end of this pennant. You have a major, there's a major fundamental play coming into the market. Yeah, no problem, Racy. I'm glad you liked it. Man, I can tell I'm kind of crashing from this cup of coffee. I didn't get much sleep the last 2 nights. Ugh. Alright, I'm checking the Discord now. 1 second, someone asked me a question. What do you think on this? You're on the 15-minute. I mean, I wouldn't be shorting right now. I would say it looks pretty neutral. I'm reading the Discord now. I got asked a question. What was the username? By GWM 30,900. Right now we're basically just awaiting. On the 1 hour we are showing hidden bullish divergence. You can see that we are falling in price, but with the falls we're getting higher lows. Or I'm sorry. Yeah, higher lows. 1, 2, and then 3 right here. So we're basically just sitting here and we're gonna wait to see if we're gonna get a rejection or if we're gonna get a cross. We get a cross, we're gonna have a nice little pump to the upside. We should theoretically. Or I guess you could maybe do something worse where we could actually go back up and then you could form something like this.
My name symbolized all that was corrupt to society.
You know, maybe something like this we can see. But we're really going to be paying attention to the momentum indicator. Or if you have market Cipher B, or look at your MACD if you don't have it. It's really going to be a telltale sign. And this could be one of the few times that it would be really okay to look at the shorter time frames, especially if you're going to want to catch this. Because, I mean, guys, the higher time frames are definitely bearish. There's no denying that. So I don't like trading against the higher time frames, but yeah. Man, even your 30-minute here. Alright, so yeah, so the 15-minute is really what called this. All the other time frames are extremely bearish. But you can see here, this is what we talked about earlier. You had your lower high right here of your bearish momentum, and now we've popped to the upside. The good thing about this though, so let's see, I guess I would say we're more neutral on this. We're about parallel with this white line. Do you think it's still going down to 9,700 in the next couple weeks? What are the odds of launch? Timing dubious? Well, here's the thing. On the back launch, they've delayed this thing like 3, 4, 5 times. So if they delay now, the market is going to extremely dump. If they delay before launch, I don't think they will. They'll get a lot of backlash. But they delay before this or right at launch, like they have issues. Yeah, I'm talking a mega dump. I mean, we'll probably dump at least $1,000, I believe. But I don't think that's going to happen. But yes, the timing is a little, it makes you wonder, not to get into conspiracy theories, but it's very interesting that we're coming to the end of this major pennant. I mean, this is a pennant since the beginning of July. I mean, I guess theoretically, yeah. No, June. I'm sorry, since June. You can see you have your high, lower high, lower high. We've made a lower high. We're going to break this at some point. We can't just sit here and keep working our way. We're going to break this. Even if we were to stay in this pennant and, you know, we never actually break out of it, we're going to have to make a decision by, you know, what is it, October 18th? So, you know, the third week of October. That's about as long as we can stay out of this. And I'm telling you, you don't have to stay in this thing till the very end. You can. Generally, you only really see that on wedges. But once again, if we're gonna break it, my guess is it's gonna be really, I want to say before this. I don't think we're gonna have the backed launch and then we just start plummeting. So I don't want to use the M word and say manipulation, but if there's going to be an insane, irregular move, it's going to be right before this. Maybe they shake some of the weak hands out, or maybe they pump it. We'll see here. But if they're going to shake the tree, I think it's going to be before September 23rd. So guys, just be prepared. No matter how confident you are, I mean, you should never be over leveraged, but just be very careful. The M word. You know, Bloodhound, the only reason I say that, everyone, I've noticed, especially people that lose money, they'll make a bad trade. Oh, this market's so manipulated. Oh, it's manipulated. Every time people lose money, they don't look in the mirror. And that's why I try to, you know, sometimes there is manipulation, all right? This is Bitcoin. But don't take a bad trade as something negative. Go back to your thought process. What were you thinking? Not like, oh, you dumb, you know, not like that. But what were you thinking? Like your mind process. How was the charts looking? Go back and see what you did wrong so you can fix it. Don't look at something and blame somebody else or an outside source, you know, because you're never going to improve. You know, honestly, I would not even be here if it wasn't for my bad trades through the years. So go back, learn what you did wrong, and grow. You always need to be growing as a trader and learning. Once you have it all figured out is generally when it's all about to go wrong. No one has this market figured out. The only one that really has this figured out, I can't even say they have it figured out, they can just make it happen. If someone is like manipulating the market and they have tons of millions of dollars. And even then, you have to realize it's harder for them to trade in this market because they have to have more liquidity in the books to get out. Me and you, we can just do a market order and get out, and probably nothing will happen. But a whale that has hundreds of Bitcoin or thousands of Bitcoin, they have to strategically get out because they have so much to, you know what I mean? They can have a disastrous effect. So, if we're going to get a move, like I said, it's going to happen before the 23rd of September. Yeah. So guys, just please, the psychology aspect of trading is important. When you take a loss, the key thing is that's why I really try to teach you guys technical analysis. Because you can really go back, you can look at the history. What was the MACD looking like? What was the RSI? And you can always, you learn from your mistakes. Don't look at the mirror and blame somebody else. Don't blame a whale. Oh, it's manipulated. That's the only reason I lost money. Granted, does it happen? Yeah, probably. The whales have probably manipulated and they've probably screwed a lot of people over. Or BitMEX. BitMEX is the crappiest exchange besides Kraken. They're just as terrible. But, don't take a losing trade as something bad. Learn from it and grow, and I promise you will become a better trader. Do you love that, the M word? Yeah, it sounds like the other one, but no. I just hear that word thrown around way too much in the crypto industry. Oh, I have a bad trade. This market's manipulated. I'm telling you, I'm so tired of hearing that. I mean, yes, it's true, but guys, here's a news flash. Every market is manipulated. You just don't know it. The difference between Bitcoin is the market cap isn't as big, so the price can be, you know what I mean? It can be moved in up and down with much less money. But yes, there are bad players in this space. There definitely is. But like I'm telling you, every single time there's a dip in cryptocurrency, there's always these big YouTubers that come out, oh, manipulation, and they show the big candle. It's like every time. It's to some people, every major move is manipulated. Nothing is actually natural. Chatter. Word is 9.5 possible 2 weeks. Volume at... Oh, if it's like a low volume altcoin and then shoots up a dozen percent. Oh, sorry, the thing moved. Whenever I say manipulate, it's like a low volume altcoin and then shoots up at a dozen percent. Word is 9.5k possible 2 weeks out. 7.5 would be the gold retrace, which is a bearish scenario. Yeah, Julian, you're spot on. You're definitely spot on. Let's go look at our fibs real quick. Bitcoin's kind of just puttering along to the downside. I guess BitMEX is XBT. Hey, yeah, we got our fibs here. So, I'm actually going to use this right here. I don't know why I have these backwards. I apologize, guys. It's supposed to go 0.5 right here, not the 618. So we're going to use our fibs. Let's see where 9.5 would actually, where that would look on a fib standpoint. Once again, if you're going to use your fibs, if you're going to use your candle close, you have to do it on the bottom and top. If you're going to use your wick, you have to do it on the bottom and top. Okay, so from a long-term standpoint, that we're looking at the trend as a whole, then we're going to move up to our swing trader. We'll put our swing trader hats on. So you can see here, we are trying to hold the 382. The 382 is at about 9,774. You can see it's this yellow line. You can see all the touch points we have off of it. So we have respected it, but generally, if you go up and touch it, you might have a little pump, but you can tell we usually go right back down through it. So, your 0.5. This is the other thing every YouTuber's calling for. We've already talked about it, so I'm not going to go too much into it. Everyone's calling for the 0.5 fib retrace, 85, 8600. And then, of course, your 618. This is your golden retrace. This is about 7,200, just over 7,229. All right, if you're trying to swing trade this, you want to look for a consistent area to make your new anchor point for your bottom, to basically set your zero at. Earlier I was trying to set it here, which you definitely could. You could say that 7,500-ish. This could be your bottom. You could definitely put it here. But I was doing some looking, and you can also use. Was it? Where did we have this at yesterday? We had this at like a perfect. Is it right here? Yeah. And if we were to look at 9,500, yeah. See, this is a little bit too shallow for me. I've been seeing people adding their Fibonacci retracement on here, using about 9,000. But honestly, I feel a little bit more comfortable with this right here. And you can see here, we literally bounced right off of our 618 today. If we zoom in here, I mean, literally, we bounced right off of it. So I feel a lot more comfortable putting my anchor point at about 7,450. So, for now, I guess my key thing is on here. If we are going to have a big fall, I would definitely wait for your 618 to break. Because literally, this is on your short term, your scalping fibs. You can definitely, this is your golden retrace here. So for me, if we can break, maybe 9,900 from a fib level, which is this line right in here. If we can break this, that would be our indicator to take a short position. Yeah, put your thinking caps on. Yeah. The 7,000s, I don't know. That just seems a little bit too deep of a retrace. Because if you want to look for 7,200, you would have to go to your exact bottom on here. And at 7,200, this is your 618. It's right here. That's very possible, but man, if we're gonna go back this far, I know it's your golden retrace. Something's gonna have to go really wrong to break that, and it's because, well, if we use our moving averages and we click these things, if we click it on and we go to our daily, you can see here, you have your 382, and did we actually get a bounce off this? No, we didn't. We got close. So you have your 100, your EMA 100 on your daily. You have your 0.5 here at 8,500. Wow, this thing's actually been rising like crazy. But look at this. You now have your EMA 200 sitting right at your 0.5 fib now. So this is very interesting. If the YouTuber guys that are calling this, if they were going to be right, it's more likely now than a month ago when they were talking about it. Because now you actually have your EMA 200 to back it up. So on a trade like this, man, if we were to fall, come back, and then go back down, man, this could be a really nice short right when you break below the EMA 200 and you break the 0.5 fib. Because, man, after that, you're going to be in free fall mode. So, especially here on the daily, you break 8,500, it's going to get super ugly. When we were looking at this about 2 weeks ago, the EMA 200 was at like 7,800. So this thing's really been rising. It's really been rising.
Isn't it true? A lawsuit is much worse.
Alright, I'm just reading your guys' comments here. CryptoFace mentioned 27th, the week of the hard dump. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It's really possible. I mean, literally, we've never seen money like this come into the market. If we were gonna see a super hard dump, I think it would happen right before. So literally about the next 2 weeks. You can see here on the daily though, we came basically up and we tapped our EMA 13. The daily and the 4 hours been just spot on with the moving averages. But your EMA 100, it's really moving up. Remember how it was at like 9,600? Now it's all the way up to 9,800 now. And guess what else we have, guys? So you ready for our next trade setup? Here it is. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to Bitcoin. We're going to go to our Bybit chart. And we're going to look at this. Here's our trade setup. Our trade setups have actually been pretty accurate. Sometimes they just don't play out, like we never hit our, for the trade setup to be active. Those are the ones that, it's kind of out of my control, because the trade setup only is a call once we get to a certain level. And here it is. So, you see our support box right in here? What else do you see here? Your EMA 100. So here's our trade setup. If we break this support box, let's wait for this to load. If we break this support box, and if we break below the EMA 100, this is going to be our short area. You would short after you confirm about I don't know if I'd want to see a 4 hour or daily. I'll let you guys know. I mean, the only thing we really fear is you could take this short at about 9,800, 9,750, and the bottom of this pennant is at about 9,400. So worst case, we're going to make a $300-400 profit, from a price movement standpoint. But this is a good trade setup. You break below our green box, which is at about 9,750. You break below your EMA 100. That's going to be your short. That's going to be your lowest risk short opportunity. So keep this in mind, guys. You break below your EMA 100. This is on the daily. You break below your EMA 100. You close a 4 hour under it. You break 9,750, the bottom support box here. This is our trade setup. And we would honestly have a target of about 9,400. So what I would do in a situation like this is I would take my short. Once we go down to touch, I would put my take profit at 9,500. So if we just, we continue down, I get to absorb all the profit. But at the same rate, let's say we break past 9,500 and then we shoot back up. Guess what? We're still going to make sure we're out in profit. So, once again, we break 9,750. You go under the EMA 100 at about 9,800. You close about a 4 hour under that. You can confirm under this box. That's our trade setup. We're going to go to at least 9,400, which is the bottom of this pennant. Once we break under 9,500, I'm going to wait a little bit, but then I'm going to set a take profit at 9,500. So if we continue down, I'm going to just keep holding a winning position. And if we go back to the top of this pennant, I'm going to be out in good profit, if that makes sense. Because, man, I really kind of like where this EMA 200 is right now. I don't have it with me. I'm gonna write this down for myself so I don't miss it. I don't have my folder with me. I'll write this down before bed. I write all my trading ideas down so I don't forget them. Alright, I got it down. I'll write this in my book before bed. So, this is basically what we're looking at though. Let's see how we look on our MACD. Alright, so we're getting closer. So this is what we're watching. So if we don't get this move, or for some reason this takes a lot of time to close, if you want to look at this yourself, when we're off, when we're not live streaming, this is your 1 hour, and you would look at your 1 hour MACD. You would want to draw your line. Your confirmation to short is going to be basically if this yellow line does something like this, and our blue line comes up, and then we reject it, because then eventually these would just go down together. And another good indicator will be once that happens, once we break this low, and we basically invalidate our uprising. Basically, it's our hidden bullish divergence. Once we invalidate this, this is going to be our indicator to short. So the thing I'm kind of holding off right now is we are literally, I mean seriously, we are right in our support box. If you go over here, you can see it. I don't really like shorting in this, so we're really gonna have to put our swing trading hats on right now. There's gonna be a little bit more risk trying to enter in a short in this box, but if we trust the technicals, we prepare. The thing is don't go heavy. Start, I mean, do like seriously, like I'll probably use if I take a short, especially at our current levels, I would literally do about 5% of my portfolio, maybe less. No, I do about 5%. And so if we go back to the 10,002, 10,003, I can average that in and make my average better and get a more optimal short in. Do I think we go back to 10.5 or 10.4? No, I don't. But we are definitely showing hidden bullish divergence. You can see how we're falling in price, but overall, I mean, it's very clear here. This is classic bullish divergence, or hidden bullish divergence. Excuse me. Man, my coffee needs to kick in. I'm telling you, I'm having a hard time keeping my eyes open. And just to reiterate, this is your 1 hour MACD. So if we go offline and you want to watch this tonight, That's where you're gonna look for. And I had somebody ask me today, how do I make my MACD look like this? We have a great community that helped me troubleshoot this because I just never thought about it. You go over here, so you click your MACD, all right? You'll see inputs and you'll see style. You go to your chart right here where you see it go up and down, like it's like you're looking at a chart, and you'll go to area, and then you'll go to your color, and you can make it all the same color. I mean, if you wanted to make it fancy, you could make a green and red side to see, like, you know, but honestly, I just want to see a visual of it. It's obvious to see if we're rising or not, so I don't need the red and, you know, the red, white, and, what is it? I don't remember what this actual regular color is. Let's see if it shows on Bybit. Oh, no, I guess I haven't changed on here as well. But you can actually see it here. It's not perfect, but we actually are starting to even show bullish divergence on the RSI here. Our confirmation, and this is another reason I'm kind of holding off shorting, another confirmation of this will be once we have, let's say we do have another dip, and we come back and hit it like this, and you have 1, 2, 3. Oh, it'll be on. We'll have a nice little pump if this can occur right here, because we will have confirmation with our MACD, we'll have confirmation with our RSI. When you can have indicators confirming each other, your chances of success are just that much greater. But from a wave perspective, I mean, we're still not looking that great. I mean, you can see here, we're obviously building. I mean, overall, from our beginning wave, we're still making a lower high, but $5% is $97. Wild Hassan. I just bought the Aggro Cap King of Bybit package and discorded Jubbin the required info. I mean, no, you should be good. He's at work right now, so right when he gets back, he'll hit you up. Or if you want, you can private message me your trading view, your username, and I can get a hold of him. But hey, thank you, Wild Hassan. And you know, once again, if you have any questions, just hit me up. But yeah, if you want, you can send me your TradingView username, and I'll see if I can get you activated before he gets off work. Or if he can actually activate you while he's at work. I'm not sure when he's off tonight. But I do know for sure that I'm pretty sure he's working tonight. He works the night shift. Here, I'll see if I can get a hold of him. Yeah, it's showing he's offline. All right. Awesome. Alright, yep. I just sent him a message to activate you, so should be good. Alright. Alright, he said he got a hold of you, but Wild, he said you should have it by in the next hour, so. Oh, yeah. Yeah, not much has changed, Marcel. But yeah, and so once again, Wild, or why? I guess it's not Wild. Hassan, like I said, if you have any questions, let me know. I have the 3-hour tutorial out, and I have pretty much 3/4 of the scalping indicator done. There's just so much into it. I'm trying to be really thorough, so I don't have to have all these different tutorials, and I have them separated so you don't have to watch a 2-hour tutorial. There's going to be one, which it's already out. If you want to go ahead and watch it, it's the V1 3-hour. It shows you how to use the indicator, and then how to use, you know, your MACD and your support and your resistances of how to take profit. I tried to be really thorough on it. But my goal is the scalper one should be out tomorrow, so. No, we're not in a position right now. We're waiting to see this cross. Well, I say if it crosses. This is what we're watching. So Marcel, if you want to watch this, if you have your own computer or you're trading right now, you want to go to your 1-hour MACD. We're showing hidden bullish divergence. You can see it here. You're falling in price, but you're actually forming lower highs. You can see right in through here. This is classic hidden bullish divergence. But this is the cross we're watching for, right in there. Are we gonna have a cross, or are we gonna have something like this? This is what we're looking at right now. If we have this, we're gonna have some probably accelerated selling go on. It looks like we should have it cross by 21. I would think in the next 3 hours we're gonna figure out the next 2-3 hours we're gonna figure out if this is gonna cross or not. And once again, guys, especially for the people that do have aggro cap, if you wouldn't mind, because I'd like to have some testimonials. If you wouldn't if you wouldn't mind, sending like a testimonial, if you don't mind like having it on the website, I think that would be really awesome. But once we get off stream tonight, I'm going to try to do a full launch of the website. So I'm really excited. I've never built a website before, but I've spent a ton of time on it. It was really hard trying to figure out an e-commerce wallet to get it added to the website, and just all the features that go into it. But kind of proud of myself. It took a little bit longer than I wanted, but I think it looks pretty good. And also it will have all my links. So like it'll have the Twitch, the YouTube, the Discord, it'll have the link to the Aggro Capital partnership website. It'll have a link to the Kraken Kratom website. It'll have the link to Bybit. It'll have basically all my links similar to the Twitch panels. Current price is 10,107. And also too, guys, so with the aggro cap indicator, let's see, do we have it on here? Nope. So on the aggro cap indicator, you can click your V1 or any of them really. You click this green line and it's just like Market Cipher. You go to add alert. And I'm serious, so if you don't have time to sit here and wait for these to flip, you can go to the aggro cap, you'll click it, and it has all these options, but you can click long or short. You'll click yes, and obviously you'll want to look at your time frame. So the aggro cap right now is officially just on the 5-minute and the 3-hour, but I'm telling you, the 15-minute and the 30-minute have been really spot on. So what you can do is, let's get our right time frame on here. So like for instance, the 3-hour has had just huge moves every time. So if you don't want to sit here and wait because the 3-hour doesn't have as frequent calls, you can sit here, you'll click the aggro cap, long or short, you can send it to whatever app, your phone, your email, whatever you choose, your message, and then you can press create. So this thing will let you know, and it will send you alerts with whatever you tell it to. Like if we wanted to do the 15-minute, you do the same process. You just basically right click the line, you click add alert, long or short. So if you don't have time, but you have your phone or your computer with you, it can alert you so you're not sitting here just staring at these, waiting for these to flip all day. The 1 hour won't, well, I would rather, you have to think about it though. Is it worth trying to get in $20-$30 prematurely and then having it go drastically the wrong way? Because I'm telling you, if you go short here expecting a cross and it doesn't happen, we will have a pretty decent fall. You are showing bullish divergence, but you also risk, if you get greedy and you try shorting, not only are you showing hidden bullish divergence, but you're also above major support right now. Is it worth trying to get an extra $20-$30 in gains and then potentially having hidden bullish divergence and you cross and you go massively to the upside and you're stuck in the short? Sometimes not being in a trade is the best trade. A lot of people think they always have to be in a trade. They have to absorb all the gains. Typically, you can get yourself in trouble with that. That's why a lot of times I don't rush myself into positions. But no, the 1 hour shouldn't be that far behind. And look at this. You can actually look. You can go to the 45-minute and you can kind of already see we just crossed. So you can see here, if we go to our one hour, go to our 45, see what we look like on the 30. 30-minute, we're growing here. You can see it. So we actually have just crossed. Let's go to our 15. Yes, you could go to these smaller time frames, but you will get confirmation of this on the 1 hour. And then you can even see here on the 5-minute. You're still even on this little dip right now. You're showing weaker levels of bearish momentum. Go to your 15-minute. theoretically there's no reason we even had a pop off this. I mean, I guess you had a cross, but wave wise, go to our 30-minute. I mean, you can even kind of see it here on the 30-minute. But the 1 hour is going to confirm all this. These are showing a cross, but once again, if we don't see it on the 1 hour, it's probably not going to happen. Your bigger time frames typically have a bigger cross on them, like that, like a bigger price movement. See, I don't like this. We're already kind of starting to move. We were kind of moving up, and now we're kind of starting to move west to east. See, the thing is we don't even really have confirmation off our wave here. I guess you could use this one. But we're really gonna have to be looking at this wave right here, because you definitely could form something like this, which you have 1, 2, and then 3. So let's wait for this 1 hour to confirm this. We do have a cross, but it might not really be legitimate. There might not be a lot behind it, and this 1 hour is going to tell you. I mean, yes, from this standpoint, we are looking bullish here. We may have a small bounce, but like I said, this 1 hour is going to dictate if that was the little pump we just had was it. I mean, you can see the 45-minute we just crossed. But once again, if this is weak, even though these small time frames cross, that's why I really try to emphasize using the higher time frames. Because theoretically, this could have already played out. And then on our higher time frame, like the 1 hour, these will never cross. They'll basically just kind of get close and then reject back to the downside. That's why I really like using the 1 hour. And we're not really getting confirmation off a wave. You see what I'm talking about? I mean, maybe we can form something like this, but... Ugh. Yeah, exactly, Pop Defender. Man, I can't believe we've been live for 2 hours already. Time's just flying. And remember, we have our nighttime stream. Or, I'm sorry, our morning stream tomorrow. 8 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Central Time. That'll make it so people on the Eastern Hemisphere will get a night stream. Everybody gets a night stream. Hey, CR Delica, you shorted at 10,190? Good job. Good short. 10,190. So that means you literally jumped in right on this little pump then. That's why I really try to emphasize, guys, because I see a lot of new traders. They get so stuck on this like 5-minute, 1 minute charts. I mean, yeah, you can catch movement on there, but if your higher time frames are pointing to, like, if your higher time frames are bearish, but you're looking really bullish on the 5-minute, chances are you're going to get wrecked. If you're trading just on the small time frames, you want them to coincide with each other. So our short-term time frames, you can see we're having a cross. But if we can't even confirm it on the 1 hour, it's just going to be fake, and we're going to go right back down. It'll be a fake out. So we look fine on the 30-minute. We looked good on the 45. Let's get confirmation on this 1 hour. But you can see here, do you see what I'm looking at? We're now irked now. We're not even going up. Now we've actually moved this blue line. We're going west to east now. So this is a great example. We could be having a fake out right now, and we'll just go back down. We're just now crossing on the 45. You can see the price is now dropping. And look at this one. We had our cross up here, but look again. On your 30 minute, you're kind of irked back down. This is why I really try to emphasize you can trade the smaller time frames, but use the higher ones for confirmation. Use it to identify your environment. And you can see right now, I mean, yes, this is a good setup, but we have to have confirmation or you're going to enter a position prematurely, at least from a bullish standpoint. But CR Delica, good job on your short at 10,190. Yeah, you can see this. We're actually starting to point down now. You can see it. This is why it's so critical to use your high time frames. Whew. That coffee is not kicking in. The last 2 nights I've had about 4 hours of sleep, 4 or 5 hours of sleep. I tried to go to bed early last night, but they had Monday Night Football on, and I just love NFL season, guys. I haven't watched a Raiders game, being a Chiefs fan, so that shows how dedicated I am. The Raiders actually looked pretty good last night. Except that one guy, he had a crazy neck injury. Checking the Discord right now. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is while I have you guys here, especially while we're kind of winding down, because I gotta launch this website and I also have to be back on. I'd like to get a full night's sleep because we have to be back on at 7 a.m. Let's go to, what was the name of that? We're going to check the long and shorts, the actual chart. We're going to check Coin Hive or whatever it's called. Let's get a, what is it, straw poll. That whole waking up for that doctor's appointment 2 days, or I guess it would have been yesterday. Let's go 72 hours. Let's go 3 days. Sorry guys, I love straw polls because they're easy for me to gauge what the community is thinking. Hopefully I spelled that right. Bullish, bearish. Alright guys, if you wouldn't mind participating, I will put this in the Discord as well. Here's our straw poll. Yeah, taking him off on the stretcher was... Oh, okay. I heard he's doing alright today, but man, I saw his neck get hit like that. Scary. Alright, so if you guys wouldn't mind participating, this kind of just helps me gauge what the community is thinking rather than trying to count every single, you know, bullish, bearish. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna click. I know we're seeing bullishness, but I'm gonna click bearish, to be honest. 3 votes already. Thank you guys. Thank you for everyone that's voting. I promise it's not a spam link. I promise it's straw poll. Even Mitch Ray uses them. We'll call it at 9:15. Nose is itching up a storm. All right, so let's see if I can get. Hopefully this doesn't lock my computer up. I'm gonna post it real quick and then exit out of it. So we're gonna do a full analysis on Bitcoin, and unless we get some, volume, I need to still launch this website today so I can just be finally done with it. But I need to be full. I need to have some energy for tomorrow. Reese, must be it. There's a truck outside. Our neighbors are having like a party or something. But I need to get more than 5 hours sleep. So let's get Discord to open up. I'm gonna post this link in there, and then we're gonna do a full. We'll look at Bitcoin pretty hardcore. We'll go through, all the ins and outs of what you can expect. Just being brutally honest, I'm having a hard time keeping my eyes open. That doctor's appointment yesterday kind of really screwed me up. Sleeping aside, there was just a lot of anxiety in the family about the appointment. Alright, so I'm posting this in the Discord. Alright. So, got about 15 minutes. Alright, so let's look at Bitcoin. Let's look at our long and shorts. So we've obviously analyzed the MACD, so we don't really need to go too much into that.
When there is systemic contradiction, my name symbolized.
So you can see here on the 5 minute, we actually did pop short here. I wish I was looking at this, but we did pop short at roughly 10,105, so we're not that far off. So our scalper did pop short, and we had a nice little run up from here. We went long at about 10,050 on our scalper. We went all the way from 10,150 all the way up to 10,000. Looks like we hit a high of 260. So we had a nice, about a $210 jump. Aggro Cap's just been nailing these calls. And then you can see here, this is our most recent call. I will post this on the Discord once, stream's over. It looks like we're maybe pointing a little bit bearish now. And remember, our scalper is really for like $50 to $100 swings. Mostly like $50, $80 swings. And it'll do 7, 8, 9, 10 calls a day. It's just a scalping machine. It's a very good confirmation to have with Market Cipher or just your regular indicators. Don't follow the calls blindly. Let the indicators help you confirm it. So we've looked at Aggro Cap. Let's look at our long and short chart. And once again, guys, I do apologize. It's just we do have a morning stream tomorrow, and I need a night that I have more than 5 hours sleep, and I still got about an hour or so work to launch this website. I'm just kind of honestly struggling to keep my eyes open. Oh shoot, we need the Bitfinex chart. So let's check our longs. Alright, from a 1 hour standpoint, the longs are rising, so this is good. Let's see, what's the day? The 10th. Go from price range to here. So longs are up about 2% for the day. So not too bad. Longs are up about 2%. We look at the shorts.
When there is systemic contradiction.
Alright, shorts are up too. We go from the 10th.
His name symbolized all that was pure.
Alright, so shorts are up about 5%. Alright. Let's check our results. Alright, so we're 70% bearish, 20% bullish, and we're 10% neutral. So we're kind of leaning bearish in the chat. So let's go to our bookmarks. I have it saved here. It's called Coin Farm. If you guys want to look at this on your own time, it's in our Discord channel. It'll say like the long and short information. It'll bring you directly to this website. And once again, it is on our Discord. It's one of the sections. It's just a section with this link. All right, so interesting. We've kind of flip-flopped. So we're 47, pretty much 48% long and 52% short. Interesting stuff here. And you can look throughout the day. The longs have been kind of losing ground all day long. We started at about 49. You know, we haven't lost much, but 12-hour. You can see here on the real closer time frames though, we're definitely starting to lean long. The 10-minute we're at 60, or I'm sorry, we're at 53. The 5-minute we're at 63% long. Interesting stuff. The longer time frames are definitely bearish, but hey, I apologize. I'm sorry. Thank you, Pop Defender. Like I said, once I get a good night's sleep, I'll be good for both of these streams, but I generally require at least 6 hours sleep, and you know, the last 2 days I've been getting about 4 hours each day. And that first night, you couldn't even really count it because we had so much anxiety for the appointment. There wasn't a lot of peaceful sleep at the house, so I don't think anyone really slept well that night. Well, the night leading into it. So long and shorts aren't really pointing us in a particular direction. So, you know, we're going to look at Bitcoin here. Let's go to our Bybit chart. And I'll still be on Discord for the next hour or so. Like I said, I'm going to get this website launched. And I'm probably going to go to bed after. You know, hopefully we can get this crossed while I'm still awake. Sometime in the next 2 hours, this cross is going to happen on the 1 hour. And if you can actually see it now, we pop it. It's kind of starting to get this eerie flat cross. Or this, it won't be good, but you can see how we're going to go flat if we stay at this rate, and we'll get our negative cross. So I'll keep you posted on this. And like I said, if you want to look at this on your own, this is the 1 hour MACD. So if you're looking for support areas, you're sitting basically right on top of it. 10,050 is your support. If you remember your your Fibonacci, you do have, I think it's on Bitfinex, but it's like 9,920. I want to say it's your 618 on your swinging fibs. Yeah, it's your 618 because we were marking it at 9,000 if I remember right. Let's take a look real quick. But nonetheless, you have major support at 9,750, 9,900. Your more short term is 10,050. Your bottom support box, and I emphasize these boxes with the exact bottom and the exact top. So that's 10,050, and then your 9,750, 9,800. If we go to, was it BitMEX we were on? Yeah. Oh, this must have been that one we were looking at yesterday. But you can see here. Yep, so I was right. The 618. The 618 is about at 9,900. You can see right here, 9,900, your 618. This is your short term. If you're looking at the trend as a whole, you'll go to your bottom down here in the 3,000s. And theoretically, you could maybe point it down here, but I feel more safe having this as my anchor point at about 7,400, 7,500. So, you know, you have some major support at 9,750, 9,800, and then your 10,050, the one we just talked about. You can see, though, on your fib levels, though, you do have support at 9,900, and you can see on our bounce today, I mean, literally, right off of it. So, you know, and once again, if you want to do these on your own, you put your fib level, you'll put your anchor point right here across these bottoms on the 4 hour. And you would put it at about 7,400 on my chart, and then you would obviously make the top, you know, our high for the year, if you want to look at these on your own. So, you know, keep this in mind. Wouldn't get too bearish until we at least break 9,900. Until then, the action's just kind of, it's a little pointless on the bear side. The major shorting opportunity is kind of played out in my opinion. So now there's a heightened, increased amount of risk trying to short in our green box, which is generally not a good idea. I mean, you'll be missing out on a little bit of gains, but I'm telling you, the best position is sometimes not to be in one. Let's wait for confirmation. It'll be a safer trade. And once again, your bottom is 9,750 to 9,800, with your bottom at about 10,050. You have your MACD. You know, it looks like we're about to get this cross. It looks like, honestly, we're probably going to get a cross to the downside. Once we get this negative cross on the 1 hour, I think it will confirm and we'll continue back to the downside. But CR Delica, seriously, nice short at 10,190. Good job. But you know, we've looked at supports. If you're looking for first areas of resistance, you can see we literally wicked right off of it. It's at about 10,250, with your next area at about 10,400 right up here. We're on the 4 hour, you can see a little better. So 10,250 is your next area of major resistance. So we're going to be in kind of this area for a little bit. You know, watch that 1 hour. Once we get that negative cross, it should definitely start building. So, but once again, make sure we're good here. You know, thank you everyone for watching. I'm going to get this website posted. You know, I'm going to watch this cross for the next hour, but I'm going to start preparing for bed. I want to make sure I'm running full steam ahead tomorrow, so I need to catch up on some sleep. So I have to wake up at about 6 in the morning tomorrow to prepare for a morning stream at 7 a.m. So if you are an early bird, I guess it's not super early, but 7 a.m. I'm sorry, 8 a.m. Eastern time, 7 a.m. Eastern or Central time. So 8 a.m. Eastern time, 7 a.m. Central time. We will be live tomorrow morning. As always, I'll be on the Discord. Jubbin's more of the night shift guy. If you guys have any questions, you know, don't hesitate to let me know. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. You know, but I'll be on Discord for about the next hour or two. I'm gonna get this website posted. I'm gonna watch for this cross on the 1 hour. And as always, if I enter a position, I will let you guys know on Discord. So once again, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna see if I can find this real quick. We got to end on my Chiefs song. I'm telling you, I just love NFL season. I'm a huge NFL fan, so no offense if you guys are, you know, Raiders or whatever team. I just love the NFL in general. So once again, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the Discord, and I will post the website link once it's official. Hopefully there's no problems. So, you know, see you on Discord, and then see you tomorrow morning. Thank you, guys. See if we can get this.
Tech, Nina.
Go Chiefs.
Kansas City. You ready? You ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Welcome to the Red Kingdom. Yeah. Red Kingdom. Welcome to the Red Kingdom. Yeah. Red Kingdom. Welcome to the place where we run it. Place really haunted by number 58 is DT the Great, and we've flown it. Hate and we shun it. No competition, the opposition fake. I don't think they really want it. Loud is the recipe. Loud sitting next to me, no doubt. Now we are proud that we get to see KC Chiefs come and break these geeks, make them taste these cleats. Welcome to the Red Kingdom. Yeah. Red Kingdom. Welcome to the Red Kingdom. Yeah. Red Kingdom. Welcome to the Chiefs Kingdom. Got to Pizza lovers got some other beast. Bring them. Mop them up and stop them. Got the heat. Sting them. You hot when we stop ya. Dropped when he rock. Got blocked in me casa. Ball in my city live. But I find a raw one to get beside. My lucky numbers are 15, 10, 87, 29, 7, 50, 95, 55. Red Kingdom. Yeah. Red Kingdom. Welcome to the Red Kingdom. Yeah. Red Kingdom. Welcome to the Red Kingdom. Strange music. Red Kingdom. Yeah. Red Kingdom. Go, Chiefs. Red Kingdom. 10, 9. Let's roll, baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride my olds down to old time lows. I'm gonna buy till I can't no more. I'm gonna buy these olds cause they're oversold. I'm gonna buy till I can't no more. I got my old coins by the bag, emotionally attached. Throw them on my back, got my ledger on my neck. Buying all these shit coins, you can keep your Bitcoin. I am broke as hell, but I will never sell. I'm never selling nothing. I'm not selling nothing. I'm never selling nothing. I'm not selling nothing. Up all night on finance, ask me for my financial advice, and if I'm nice, I'll tell you what to buy next. FOMO by the pump, panic sell the dump. I'll be holding bags cause I'm never missing my chance. I'm never selling nothing. I'm not selling nothing. I'm never selling nothing. I'm not selling nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna ride my olds down to old time lows. I'm gonna buy till I can't no more. I'm gonna buy these olds cause they're oversold. I'm gonna buy till I can't no more. Litecoin, Bitcoin, Zilliqa and Icon, V-Chain, Verge, I can buy them on my iPhone. Yeah, I gotta have it, gotta have all the low stats. Buy an old time high, to my surprise I never go back. No more FUD, we've been through all that. Everybody knows that the tether is backed. Wish we could pump back up to those old time highs. I wanna sail at the top this time. Gonna ride my olds down to old time lows. I'm gonna buy till I can't no more. I'm gonna buy these olds cause they're oversold. I'm gonna buy till I can't no more.
Hey, hey, hey.
It's not just Bitcoin. Litecoin doubled in one day a couple of weeks ago. I think it's up 7,000% this year. I'm going to call it a craze, and I don't mean that in a negative way. How do you think this all ends?
Tell Khaled I got crypto keys. Investing money just to get more cheese. You paying taxes, I don't get no fee. Them coins stacking, I got chips on me. I got coin like Mario, bump it, turn up the audio. This that digi-dollar flow, this the shit you just gotta know. You carry them knots, nigga, ain't what I prefer to do. Hot spitter, that ain't the currency I'm referring to. I'm talking Bitcoin getting fast, top yo dinero. Trap niggas, turn your stash spots to Monero. If you watch it hustling, homie, only way to block games. Take that fucking blockchain, put it on the blockchain. Fuck the Fed, we just laughing at them cause they can't touch it. All this ripple, put a ripple in my central bank budget. Ponzi schemes promising payoffs turn me way off. We don't fuck with Big Connect, that's that Bernie Madoff. Sucker, tell Khaled I got crypto keys. Investing money just to get more cheese. You paying taxes, I don't get no fee. Them coins stacking, I got chips on me. I got that digital gold. 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 You do the digital dash, nah, I do the digital cash. I want my shit to the moon. I'm trying to get to the bag. You taking pictures to brag, trying to buy some land though. Billy D in Star Wars, I'm just trying to land dope. Got to try to push this art. How far will this van go? But I'm moving too damn slow. That's why I got that ether flowing. Stillmatic Nas, I just thought I'd get the people knowing. Nah, this ain't no Jay-Z diss. Crypto about to make me rich. Bars, rapping, go be, I'm the Black Satoshi. About to change the whole world, and you don't even know me. Get your coins up, and once they going up, don't resell. You trying to feed your family's family, UHODL. Hallelujah. Tell Khaled I got crypto keys. Investing money just to get more cheese. You paying taxes, I don't get no fee. Them coins stacking, I got chips on me. I got that digital gold.